And we are all connected, like tides around the world, being pushed and pulled by an unseen force that stretches out to the moon. So long ago, gray skies were blue. Tomorrow, then there never was a today. So long ago, when gray skies were blue. I mean, really.
Happy Father's Day, everybody. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. YouTube really, really cares.
I was wondering, have you ever heard the term, wherever you go, there you are? So long ago, when gray skies were blue, and we are all connected, like tides around the world, being pushed and pulled by an unseen force that stretches out to the moon. It's the notion that something can happen to anyone, but you know what I mean. And if there is no tomorrow, then there never was a today. But this will plague you over and over. I mean, really, what the fuck?
Oh, y'all want Randall? Hold on, I'll give you Randall in just a second.
So long ago, when gray skies were blue, and we are all connected, like tides around the world, being pushed and pulled by an unseen force that stretches out to the moon. It's the notion that something can happen to anyone. I was wondering.
Randall's still going. Look at him. This man's been rowing since 2001. Is anybody else wondering why Randall has a helmet on? He looks like he's about to drive NASCAR, but he's rowing a boat down a glowing river.
dying right
Oh
after.
my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! I'm in my underwear, and Tennessee hit a grand slam walk-off home run. What is up, everybody? It is your boy, Pigskin Pete. Happy Friday to everybody. Happy Father's Day weekend to everybody. Thank you all for joining me on this fine Friday evening. I got a special guest host for us tonight. Did you guys miss me? Sure you did miss me. I missed you. Some of you probably didn't even know that I wasn't here on Wednesday. I was a little bit under the weather on Wednesday and yesterday. I couldn't talk. It's hard to do a call-in show when you literally can't talk. My voice was cracking like a 13-year-old girl. Okay. So anyway, I missed you. So here I am. I got a special guest for tonight, Tiger Baskins. Shout out to Tiger Baskins for stepping up. I had a person lined up to guest host a show with me tonight, and they kindly emailed me yesterday and said they weren't going to be able to make it. So like a champion, Tiger Baskins decided to step in. But if you want to call us and talk some shit, 864-207-4522, 864-207-4522. We can always talk about anything. I'm going to go ahead and give you a disclaimer right now, though. When it comes to the 12-team playoff talk, I am so burned out. I don't really want to talk about it. I mean, if you want to talk about it, I'll talk about it. You're going to get a lot of short answers, though. I've made my feelings known on it, and that's it. Either you like it or you don't. We're all going to find out together in a couple years how this thing plays out. I am, quite frankly, burned out. Every single stream I go on YouTube, that's for 4 hours, that's what they want to talk about. You know, at some point, it becomes redundant. And for anybody who's been here for the past few weeks or past couple weeks since this news came out, you already know how I feel about it. And that's it. That is it. Happy Father's Day to everybody. How many fathers do we have in the chat here? Huh? Well, even if you aren't a father, everybody has a father. Everybody. It's literally impossible to not have a father. Now, hopefully you're lucky enough, like I am, that your father's still alive. But even if your father isn't still alive, you can honor his memory today. And of course, again, like a lot of you guys in here are fathers. So shout out to all of you. What's everybody doing for Father's Day weekend? Anybody got any big plans? I mean, it's your day. If you're a father, you get to do what you want to do, right? I think I'm going to go to the beach on Sunday. That's what I want to do. Weather's supposed to be good. I haven't been to the beach this year, which is pretty unbelievable. Typically, by now, I've been to the beach 3-4 times. But you guys remember a month ago, back in May? It was like 60 degrees outside. So we were going to go a couple times and backed out because it was too cold. Even in May, we had a weird spring. Anyway, doing that. Tomorrow I have like 15 people coming over to the house, some family members to celebrate both a college graduation, a high school graduation and Father's Day all at the same time. Kill two birds with one stone, as they say. Yes. Let's see who's in the chat here, and then we'll get to Tiger Baskins and the rest of all of you callers. Let's see who's here. Matt Dummett's here. Pizza Woman, George Wilkie. Happy Father's Day weekend, he says. Rhino 26, Piggy Pete, good evening, he says. Good evening, Rhino. Ray Finkel's house. Old Randall. Good old Randall. Rowing his boat down the Acid Trip River with a NASCAR helmet on. Tiger Baskins is here. Good. I'm going to get to you in just a second. Vodka Drinker. Brad Pitt. Jordan Bowman. Jordan Bowman says, anticipating our annual Father's Day card from those dirt peckers in Columbia. I'm also waiting on my card from my favorite son that I still owe child support to, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Go Tigers 504 says, yuck. What's up, buddy? Rick Sanchez is here. Michael Hogg. Tiger Paul Craven says, what's up, everyone? Rhino says the first time he saw Randall, he thought he accidentally took some shrooms. Well, I think you're right, except for it wasn't an accident. I think that was on purpose. It was on purpose. What's up, Bears, Cubs, Canes is in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Ronnie Haas. Jeff Webster, J-Dub. Says, silly people, you won't find Randall on the moon. You need to look for Major Tom. Slim Shady Canes. What's up, buddy? Happy Father's Day to you. LW. Crimson Brave. Shred Nar. Captain Trips is here. Man, look at all you fine people here. Look at this. You know who I'm not expecting to check in tonight? Guess who will not be here tonight? That's right. Mike Vick will not be here tonight. He's celebrating the best party in the history of parties. And he is doing so in a mansion built into the side of a mountain with all of his real friends. You know? So I'm looking forward to hearing from him on Monday and to find out exactly how amazing and fantastic this party was. Oh, speaking of amazing and fantastic, before we get to the phone lines real quick, I want to give a special shout out to BVD. I don't even know if you guys, I don't even know if I can fit this whole thing in the screen. I got one of BVD's finger paintings. Here we go. Check it out. Can you see it? Oh, let me move this microphone. I can't see shit on here. Let's see if we can see. Can you see it? Look at that. That's right. I got it in the mail yesterday. And here's what I'll do. I'm gonna hang it up. I'm gonna put it on the wall and somewhere in here eventually. But for now, I'm just gonna stick it up here. Shout out to BVD. I told him, I said, I want to order one of your finger paintings, and he said, what do you want? I said, just use your imagination. Just make sure that you have Clemson paw on there somewhere, which he did right here. And by the way, he said that was the hardest thing of this whole thing to draw, was the Clemson paw. And I believe him. But anyway, I said it has to have a Clemson paw, and it has to have pigskin Peete on there somewhere, which he did. And I thought it came out amazing and fantastic. He also sent me a picture of Neyland Stadium. And he said, hang this in your room somewhere. So because I'm such a nice guy, and this is just a football room, I will get a frame for that Neyland Stadium picture he sent me, and I'll put it somewhere in here. Why not? At least it's orange. At least it's orange. All right. Let's bring on Tiger Baskins. What do you guys think about that? For anybody who wants to call in and talk to me in Tiger Baskins, the number to call in is 864-207-4522. It's really easy to type into your phone and hit call. What is up?
What is up, Mr. Peete?
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm doing very, very good.
Good.
Just another week, another weekend. Happy Father's Day to you there, sir.
Yeah, happy Father's Day to you too. Oh, by the way, I don't even know if you're a father. Are you?
I have exactly like 40 to 45 kids.
Oh, right.
They're not my real kids, but I train them.
Oh, yeah, right. As far as biological children, though, how do you fall there?
I think I'm still at the goose egg right now.
Is there any
I think.
that you possibly might not know about?
I visited the Mouse's Ear a few years ago, but I haven't heard that.
So there is a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. So you're
Yeah.
saying there's a chance. All right.
Yes. How many kids do you have, Pete?
I've got two boys.
Nice. Okay, so you got two little pigskins running around.
Two little pigskins. Pete Jr. and Pete Jr. Jr. Yes.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
So,
Well, good deal, man. Well, I appreciate you having me on. I'm excited about tonight.
yeah, I appreciate you stepping up and, because I'm trying to have these guests on as much as possible during the off season now. And,
Yeah.
of course, I was supposed to have on, Caleb the Spelling Bee Man on Wednesday. And I had to cancel the show. So,
Gotcha.
and then of course the guy that was supposed to co-host with me tonight said he couldn't do it. And so I reached out to you and, like a champion, you stepped up. So I appreciate it. You want to see,
Yes.
what do you think about taking some phone calls, buddy?
I do want to say this
Yes.
before we do it, before we start. I saw a comment from Michael Hogg, and I wanted to just kind of tell him that we're going to be thinking about him. I don't know if I got this right, Michael, but it sounded like he said that his wife and kid passed away, late 90s, right before the 2000s got here. And just want to say, Michael, that we're definitely going to be thinking about you Sunday, big dog.
Yeah.
You're still a father, and we definitely, just from seeing you in the comments and stuff over the last couple of months, you seem like a really good guy. So definitely going to be thinking about you, dude.
Yeah, I did not know that. That's terrible. Yeah, shout out to Michael.
Yes,
And happy Father's Day to him for sure.
Yeah, and all the. But yeah, let's bring on Ballard or whoever's in the phone call section.
Yeah, I don't see Ballard on the phone line. It's got a couple people on here, but Ballard doesn't seem like he's one of them. I don't know. We'll see in a second. But this one's going to be good. What's up? You're on with Pete and Tiger Baskins.
Yeah, Raj. And
Yeah, you can go fuck yourself.
Let's go.
Raj.
Yeah, you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah, you can go fuck yourself.
What's up, Raj? Hey, happy Father's Day, Raj.
What the fuck is going on tonight, guys? On a Saturday night, some drinking some cold beer and talking to some cool motherfuckers.
There you go. Happy Father's Day, brother.
Hey, happy Pappy's Day to you too, Pete.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, happy Father Day to you, Mr. Raj. And I'm actually enjoying a cold one too. I figured, what would be better than enjoying a Pigskin Pete show while sipping on a cold one?
Yeah, I'm 19 deep in about a 30 pack, buddy.
Uh-oh.
Dog. Okay, I'm definitely not 19 deep. I'm probably about 9 inches deep, but I'm not.
Raj is,
Hey, listen here. I got a confirmation at 11 p.m. It's called Pound Town time.
uh-oh. So we'll have to. So we've only got a couple of minutes on the phone with Raj. He's got an appointment with Pound Town where he's going to go get some peach meat.
Yes, sir. It's called Talk In Do Work, son. And look at Rhino 26 with $100 super chat. Shout out to you, brother.
Oh my! Hold on now.
And rock.
Hold on, wait here real quick. Hold on. I got to give this guy his proper due here, right? Shout out to Rhino
This motherfucker
20.
right here is going to get the major Raj.
Shout out
Skin Pete there, buddy.
to Rhino 26 for a very, very generous donation to the channel. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that, sir. It means a lot to me. It really does. But here you go, brother.
Yes, sir. Rock to you, buddy.
Yes. Bravo.
Man, oh man. Thank you, sir.
Man, oh man.
That's how you start off the show.
Shout out to Rhino 26. I'm giving him 5 out of 5 Rogers, if you know what I'm saying. And yeah, Rog 316 says I'm gonna whoop your ass. And yes, sir. shout out to you, brother, for supporting Pigskin Pete on Happy Pappy's Day.
Yeah, I say this all the time, and I don't know if people just think I'm full of shit or it's just something I'm supposed to say or something. But a lot of you guys don't really realize that all the people that are members of the channel that send in super chats or PayPal, I really honestly could not do the show without you. That's not lip service. I couldn't do it without you. It wouldn't. It literally couldn't happen. Now when I first started this YouTube channel, of course back then it was just a hobby, but I was just using my cell phone and uploading videos. And slowly and gradually over the past 4 years, due to the donations like that one and like every other one, I've been able to buy stuff to make the show better. And so everything that comes in goes back into the channel. And so but the show, people could say whether or not they like the show. I mean, plenty of people think the show sucks anyway. But for the people that like it, for the people who enjoy it, it wouldn't be the way it is if it weren't for people like Rhino26 and everybody else too.
Putting the PayPal in the link. My neighbor Kevin, a dog fan for life, my boy. And you know why Ballard ain't on right now? Because he's only got 6 people watching his live stream.
What's he? Is he live streaming right now?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think he's doing his live stream on showing people how he ties his shoes. He's showing them the YouTube video that he looks up. So that's good.
Yes.
That's good.
He's trying to get that social media out. He's trying to date women. His selling, tossing business is getting ready to be booming.
Well, if I was how old is Ballard? What is he? 19 or 20? What is he?
19.
19. Okay, he's 19. If I were 19 years old and it were Friday night at 10:30 p.m., the last thing I'd be doing is live stream on YouTube. I'd be out looking looking for something.
Me, you, Lou, and a lot of people are about the same age. Last time I checked, wasn't no goddamn YouTube out. The only thing that was leaking out was my hog on somebody's forehead and playing some pool and drinking some cold beer and getting riled up for the night and going out with your boys.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fact.
I mean,
shout out to Ballard.
It used to be Pete. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, when I was
me and you about the same age, brother. You remember on a Friday night getting with your boys and getting in your truck, going to a bar and saying, "Hey, who's going to Pound Town tonight? Who's whipping somebody's ass?"
That was, but
you know what I'm saying?
Whenever we were that young, there wasn't any of this Tinder or I don't even know what these other websites are. These dating websites. You actually had to go out somewhere in public and actually talk to women. Remember that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You actually had to go out and meet somebody and actually talk to somebody. It wasn't like you were type and FaceTiming fake motherfuckers. You were actually going and actually meeting somebody.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It was literally impossible to get catfished back in the 90s.
No, it wasn't. Because if you got catfished, 9 times out of 10, you still fuck the bitch anyways.
Because he was drunk. He forgot what you looked like.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
you can go fuck yourself. Bunch of goddamn Wuhan fucking whatever. Bend over and suck my fucking nuts. I'll give you the goat.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you the goat, son. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the problem is, man, ain't no real motherfuckers out there no more. There's no alpha males. You know what I'm saying? There's not a woman or there's not a man out there that can go out there and look at a woman and say, "I'm gonna fuck you up tonight." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean,
hashtag pound.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, seriously, man. Women don't want to hear this Mickey Mouse bullshit of how you feelings feel. I want to take you to dinner. How's your first date? All this other. Look, a motherfucker wants to roll up on a bitch and say, "Hey, listen here. Listen here. Listen here. I'm gonna tell you something right now. I'm gonna take your ass to Pound Town tonight, and I'm gonna pin a $20 bill on you and fucking send you down the way." You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's all there is to it, son. Women don't hear no. Look, there's girls and there's women. Girls want to be talked to and want to be FaceTime. Women want to women want to get fucked. That's all there is to it. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck about you.
I've become more of a fan of
I mean, that's all there is to it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, grown-ass women know what they want. And when they look at a man and say, yes, sir, I'm taking that motherfucker home right now, and I'm fucking putting a goddamn saddle on him on, ride his ass all goddamn night long.
Shit.
Hey, look, what I'm doing.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna stand
That's
in the street
between,
corner.
that's the difference between girls and women these days, bud.
Well, I'm going to stand on the street corner with a sign that says, if you're looking to go to Pound Town, stop and wave.
All right.
And then we'll see.
Hey, put you some cowboy boots on and a hat and get a saddle and say, hey, save a horse, ride a cowboy.
Raj.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, Raj.
You know what I mean, that's the thing about people no more. There's no more alpha males out there more. I mean, there's no more guys that can stand up and have a set of nuts and look at a woman and say, listen here. All right, I like you. You like me. You DTF? What does that mean? Well, you can get on fuck down the road if you don't know what the fuck that means.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Ding, 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 ding,
There you
ding.
go.
That is correct, sir. Raj.
I mean, that's the problem these days, man. There's little bitches, little men, and there's fucking alpha males, and there's girls and there's women. And that's the problem is a lot of these guys put women so fucking high up on a fucking pedestal that to the point that they don't want to talk to them. Because you know why? What's between their legs has become basically fucking gold. And I'm going to tell you something right now. It may be gold, but every now and then you gonna have to fucking sell for a little bit of silver and a little bit of copper, if you know what I'm saying.
Hey, Raj.
Yes, he's preaching right now.
Raj.
You might have a dime piece in you might have a damn dime piece in your pants, but listen here, I got a penny. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers out here got to realize the fucking spit game out here. You know,
Man, Raj got a $50. He ain't got no penny. Raj got a damn $50.
Shit, no. My fucking wallet's full of $100 bills, son. Don't fuck with me.
Raj is Raj said he's 19 beers
give you
deep.
an upgrade from the penny.
Raj said he's 19.
Shit, no, son.
He's 19 beers deep. Time to go on a beer run.
I've been in this damn game for 22 years, motherfucker. Don't think I don't know the goddamn game, son.
Easy, Raj, hey, Raj.
Yeah, Raj, Peete, you beautiful motherfucker.
Yeah, hey, I love you, man.
Hey, 5-star caller.
All right.
Everybody in the comment section needs a comment right now. 5-star caller. That's the best call I've had.
Motherfuckers.
All right, Raj.
Yeah, Raj.
Let's go, bro. He's awesome. I love that.
So he said he was 19 beers in. I want him to call back after he's about 25 beers in, and I think that might even be better.
I don't think I've ever been 19 beers deep. I can't.
Shout out to Gator Tooth 615 says for the super chat says, can anyone understand this dude talking? Bet he's got a Natty Light in his hand. No, he's got Miller Light in his hand. He doesn't drink Natty Light. He drinks a Miller Light. And as far as understanding people, you've called into 2 call-in shows 2 weeks in a row, and nobody understands what the fuck you were talking about, sir. Did you ever make that bet with Uncle Lou? Did you ever make that bet with Uncle Lou? I'm guessing that you didn't. I'm guessing that you didn't. What's up? You're on with Peete and Tiger Baskins. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, why does it sound like you have a sock over your phone?
Probably not the first thing you had it over.
No. I'm going to give you about 5 more seconds to figure out how to turn the volume on your Cricket wireless phone, and then I'm hanging up on you.
Alrighty then.
All right, I'm going to have to drop the call. Figure out your audio situation or lack thereof, and then call back. Thank you. That's unfortunate because I wanted to hear what they had to say. And they probably were talking the whole time and just didn't realize that nobody could hear them, including me. And
Probably
everybody else.
George, to be honest.
No, it wasn't George. I don't know who it was, but see who this is. What's up? You're on with Pete and Tiger Baskins.
Hey, Pete, J-Dub representing the 515.
J-Dub in the house. What's up, buddy?
Listen, while the rest of you were doing whatever you were doing, I've been watching the Olympic trials on NBC tonight, and I just saw a world record. Now, I'm somebody who has covered a whole lot of track and field. The Drake relays every year. I've covered the NCAA outdoor men's and women's outdoor championships twice. I've covered one set of Olympic trials. But I just watched something on TV I've never seen before, and that's the world record in the shot put. Now, you may not think that 76 feet is very far, but that's more than 25 yards.
Yeah, it's a long way. Yeah,
and we're talking about throwing a stone that weighs 16 pounds and is 5 3/4 inches in diameter. 16 pounds. This dude just threw that bitch 76 feet 8 inches for a world record. I never thought I'd see anything like that.
Hey, let me ask you a question.
That may not blow the average. That may not blow the average person away, but as for somebody who spent a lot of time around track and field, I was blown away.
So let me ask you a question, because this is coming out of total ignorance, and I think that I might know the answer to this before I'm even asking it, because it's kind of a stupid question. But you said it was a world record. So so if it's not in the Olympics, does it still count as a world record because it was done in an official event? Or what? How does that work?
Yes, because it's a world record because it was done in an official event.
Okay.
An Olympic record is a record that's actually set at the Olympics.
At the Olympics, right? Okay.
But you can set the world record at a trials. You could set it at a professional meet. You could set it anywhere.
Right.
I mean, for instance, Clemson could be hosting the ACC championships. And if the guy does it there, it's the world record.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got you.
So that was
Where
just
was
impressive.
the guy was from the U.S., J-Dub? The guy that broke the record?
What's that?
The guy was from the USA? Like he was from the U.S.?
Yeah, it was the top three guys made the American Olympic team. The U.S. dominates the shot put. We've had a guy win, if not the gold, at least be on the podium 9 straight Olympics. So,
okay.
I mean, that's one event where the Americans are always very, very good.
Now, unlike anybody else, I like to watch the Olympics, every 4 years or every 2 years, I guess. You got the summer, and then 2 years later you got the winter, and so on and so forth. But I don't think I've ever sat down and actually watched the Olympic trials. You know what I mean? So that's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be. I mean, you've got to be kind of a nerd. You got to be geeked up for that kind of thing, and I am. I like the Olympic things. I actually prefer as a sports fan to watch the winter games more than the summer games, and I take this approach. Now, not everybody has world-class speed. Not everybody can throw the shot put. Not everybody can jump over a hurdle. Not everybody can swim so fast, But those are all events the average person can do. The average person can fall into the pool and swim. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The average person can run, okay? But the winter games is stuff that the average person can't do, like ski down the side of a mountain on a 70-degree slope. Drive a bobsled, do the figure skating. They're full of events that the average person doesn't do.
Yeah. Right.
No, I agree.
I'm just a big fan of the Olympics. I just think it's.
When does it start? It starts in.
I'm not trying to take anything away from football, basketball, hockey. I love it just as much as the next guy.
The Olympics start next month?
Tremendous athletes out there that are doing other things too.
The Olympics start at the end of July or something like that, right?
Yeah, in Tokyo this year.
Yeah.
I definitely love hearing the news. Love hearing the stats come in. So don't think we don't appreciate it. Like nobody else calls in with real stats. So always appreciate you calling in, Jaden.
Yes, sir.
Well, I appreciate that, Tiger Baskins. Is the thing about when the Olympics are in Australia, Japan, Beijing, China, it's a problem for the United States because of the time differential is so great.
Yeah, but don't they get there like a week early? They have time to adjust to the time difference.
The athletes do, yes. But the problem for the American television audience is that if you're in Tokyo, you're 12 hours ahead of New York. So when New York is at 11 o'clock, they're at 11 o'clock over there. And with the internet and with, as soon as something finishes now, bang, the whole world knows it,
True.
So,
yeah,
you're like, okay, what's on prime time tonight, honey? Well, an event that happened and we're watching the tape of it from 10 hours ago,
Right. But they'll whether you're watching it live or it's 10 hours ago, that doesn't really matter. But hey, J-Dub, I got to let you go, bro.
Yeah, I'll let you go. Let me throw one last thing on there.
Sure.
Greatest sports moment ever for me. I was 14 years old when the Miracle on Ice happened. Most incredible sports moment ever for me in the world of sports. Hey, thanks for taking the call, Pete.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
All right. See you, Dad.
Of course, what he was talking about, the Miracle on Ice, that was the Winter Olympics, not the Summer Olympics. There is no ice in the summer. Before we get to this next call, I think this guy that I hung up on is calling back. We'll see if he can hear this time. But SEC Dog wants to know, do I still do that show with Mark Rogers, college football coast to coast? No. We're probably going to resume doing a show together during the college football season. The time that we were doing it, we did it every Monday at noon. That became a bad time for me. It was all about, it had nothing to do with the show. It was all about the time. And he's a very busy man, anyway, no, we don't do it right now. Look towards the season and we'll most likely resume that. Thank you, SEC Dog. That was one of my favorite shows to do. I like all the shows I do, but I like talking to Mark about football. All right, let's see if he's got it together. What's up, buddy? You're on with Pete and Tiger Baskins.
Hey, what's up, Pete and Tiger Baskins? How you guys doing?
There we go. Now you got it working.
Yeah, I got it working now.
Yeah.
What's up, big dog?
How you guys doing tonight?
Hey, why don't you state your name and your social security number for the audience, please?
Yeah. I think I'll excuse my social security number, Pete, but my name is Tiger Paul.
Tiger Paul Craven, everybody.
Nice.
Tiger Paul Craven in the house. How you guys doing tonight?
He's getting kidnapped. Somebody call the police.
Huh?
Oh, is he there?
Who?
Yeah, I'm here.
Tiger? Oh, okay. It sounded like somebody busted the door down.
Yeah, I think that was Pete busting the door down.
Yeah.
With his shenanigans.
So what can we do for you, Tiger Paul Craven? What you got for us tonight?
So what do you think? So I know the over-unders just came out for the top teams in the gambling world, and I know Pete, you are well versed in the gambling world, and so what do you think? What do you think Clemson's schedule is gonna look like? What do you think our over/under is? I think they had our over/under at 11.5.
Yeah. So If you go over, they have to go undefeated, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm going to say under because I have never, ever picked any team to go 12-0. You're more likely to not go 12-0 than you are to go 12-0. Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
there's only how many? I don't even know. Somebody could look this up. Over the past, let's just say the past 10 years. Keep it simple. How many? Okay, there you go. So you're way more unlikely. It doesn't even matter what conference you play in, because even a Clemson, slips up against somebody like a Pitt or a Syracuse, in years where they won national championships. So they had the one.
Yeah, no, I get it.
They've had two. Clemson's had 2 undefeated regular seasons in the past 5 years, and they've had one undefeated entire season where they went 15-0 in 2018. But outside of that,
right.
And, Alabama's had, I think, how many has Alabama had? 1 or 2 undefeated regular seasons in the past 10 years?
Honestly, I think 1 in the last 10 years.
I think 1.
Yeah.
I think 1.
Yeah.
So it's extremely hard to go in. That's my point. If you're talking about betting, it's all about playing the odds. And the odds are that no team is going to go undefeated. That's the odds.
Right.
So to pick the one that is going to go undefeated is virtually impossible.
But I know both of y'all are Clemson fans, and don't get me wrong, I'm not being unbiased or biased, but every team loses that one game where you're like, what the fuck are we doing? And that one game where you're like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So as far as you could pretty much just put your money on anybody to not go undefeated, and you're more likely to win than you aren't. So yeah, I don't know what's the over under for wins and losses. What's the over under for Georgia?
I think Georgia was I want to say Georgia was they were over.
I think we were 11. I think we were right at 11. No, I don't think it was 11-5.
Was it 10.5 or 11?
I think they were.
That's
11,
a big difference.
I think they were 10.5 for their wins and losses.
Oh man.
So what would you say about that?
I'll let Pete give his opinion, and then I'll.
So even if they lose to Clemson, they could still win out in the regular season and make the over. Man, that's a tough one. I don't know if I'd touch that one because when's the last time they went undefeated in the SEC? I mean, so I don't know. I know the 2 teams they draw out of the West. Of course, they got Auburn every year, but Auburn's got a new coach. They're going to be a different looking team this year. So I don't look for Auburn to be a real threat. Right. And then they play. Who do they play? Who else do they play out of the West? Who is it? Arkansas again? I think.
I think it's Arkansas. We don't play anybody big, not anybody enough to worry about.
So I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't think they got anybody big.
I really don't see
any big names.
I really don't see anybody in the East beating them. So, in my opinion, if they were going to lose an SEC game, it would most likely be to a West team, and I don't think they're going to lose to Auburn or Arkansas. So I would have to say over 10.5 for Georgia.
Okay,
yes.
So for Georgia, I agree with you with Georgia, but here's the thing. What's the other team that's coming out of the East in the SEC? What's the other team?
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and answer that. Dude, it's so unpredictable because Florida season depends on how well Megan Mullen does with the players in the offseason, making sure that they're well rested. But aside from that, dude, I can't think of anybody else that even has a chance. Florida has Emory Jones, literally named after a hospital. He's not doing anything. So
that's what I'm saying. Georgia's definitely coming out of the East, but who's the second-ranked team in the East?
Well, I keep hearing
SEC?
hearing all this hype around Missouri for some reason, and maybe I'm just ignorant and don't know. And well, I am ignorant and don't know, but I don't understand that. I mean, I don't know.
Who'd you say?
Somebody said
The reason
I keep hearing about Missouri.
Missouri's getting hyped up. My bad. Go ahead, Pete.
Missouri?
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. I keep hearing I keep hearing the SEC fans talk about Missouri.
The reason is, guys, is because they have a lot of guys. They have a lot of guys coming back.
Though, is like, why is everybody talking about Missouri coming out of the second team in the East? Like, I don't understand.
Okay.
Like,
I got you. I
get it. Like, I mean, I just don't know. Like, why is Missouri the team that's coming out of the East other than Georgia?
So two things. One is because everybody else is so depleted. I mean, literally, you look at Tennessee, trash-ass program going down the drain. You look at Florida, they lost a lot. You don't have really anybody else in the East that's picking it up, nor has picked it up over the last couple of years, except Missouri, bringing back a lot of players who could have left and gotten drafted 3rd, 4th, and 5th round.
What about the Big Blue? So what about how come nobody's giving any love to Kentucky?
Because they lost their quarterback, their running back, and I believe 2 wide receivers, and that was the only thing really that kept them in games. They play a different type.
They didn't even have a quarterback. They had 2 running backs. Quarterback wasn't a quarterback. He was a running back.
The quarterback was the running back, but he just knew the offense, and they run that little short option 5-yard pass game, and they would eat people up with it. But since they lost them, it's kind of a question mark. But Missouri definitely has, like, for sure, talent coming back. We may be wrong. Kentucky may come out as a second team, but right now everybody's looking for Missouri to kind of, hold that second flag, I guess, coming out.
All right. Hey,
so let me ask you this, Pete.
Yes.
So I don't. Okay, so everybody's rooting for, that team out of the East. Okay, so we got Georgia, and we got, what's the other team out of the East?
There isn't one.
Missouri. Wait, Missouri's on the other side. Yeah. Are they?
No, Missouri's in the East.
No, Missouri's on our side, but there's not really. Missouri's not really even going to compete with Georgia, though. They're like, I hate to put them second.
So there is no other team. That's the point.
I'm not saying Missouri's going to compete with Georgia, but I'm saying Missouri's the second team out of the East, right? So when in the world is Florida State going to start competing in the ACC again? Like, I look, as a Clemson fan, I'm not trying to lose any ACC games anytime soon, but, like, when is Florida State going to become a premier program again?
Well, they got a long way to go.
Are they ever?
Yeah, of course they will. I mean, ever's a long time. I mean, but they got a long way to go. I mean,
will they though? Like, I mean,
I think so. I mean, it's just it's all got to do. Well, nobody. I mean, that's the $1 million question. I mean, they've got everything they need. I mean, look, out of the entire ACC, there's really 2 teams that are SEC type football programs. Over history, year in, year out, and that's Clemson and Florida State.
But Florida State has literally been absolute garbage.
No. Nobody's arguing that. Nobody's arguing that. They've been bad for the past few years, but I don't think that's going to last forever. It's just a matter of time. You got to get the right coach in there. I mean, they've been lucky to have 2, Hall of Fame caliber coaches before they got the last couple they got. When you're talking about Bowden and then even Jimbo Fisher. I mean, people could say what they want about Jimbo Fisher, but Jimbo Fisher is one of the top 5 coaches in America right now. He's won a national championship too.
Let me ask you this, Pete.
Yes.
So, does Florida State need to make a coaching change in order to break into the ACC again?
Well, yeah, but they literally just made one. So I mean, it's hard to.
I know they did.
So I
did
mean,
they
you can't make a coaching change every year. I mean, you got to give this guy a chance and see what he's got, and if he doesn't work out, you move on to the next guy until you find your guy.
You. I mean, then they just turn into Tennessee, right?
Yeah,
So,
they don't. Yeah. Well, there you go.
Tiger Paul. Florida State has the best chance/opportunity that they've had in the last 4 or 5 years to be a decent team because, one, they actually have a coach who knows what the hell they're doing. Like, for real, he really does. He's proved it. Not Willie Taggart coming from being a janitor at a middle school in Florida. Like, you have a real coach. But now you got the quarterback from UCF that came in who's thrown multiple, 2, almost 3,000-yard seasons. You've gotten a few linemen out of the transfer portal who may not be great. But my point is Florida State right now is better than any team in the last 5 to 10 years that has, quotation, upset Clemson.
Yes. Hey,
Virginia,
listen.
Pittsburgh. So
Yeah,
that's why I say you don't have time to implement the offense to where they can be as deadly as they need to be. But I would circle that game because if Clemson does not show up, that quarterback's a gamer. That's the same guy that beat Auburn. Ended up playing 2 more years, got hurt his 3rd year, medical redshirt. Now he's a 5th-year senior trying to prove himself. Those are the guys you got to watch out for.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Tiger Paul Craven. Unfortunately, I got to move on. I got called guys that have been holding for a while. But thank you for your input. Always love to hear from you. Of course, he was an excellent co-host of the show last Friday night. That was an amazing and fantastic show. Thank you, Ray Finkel's Creepy Bedroom, for the super chat. Says, "Hey, Pete, I'm a big fan. Would love to hear your thoughts on the 12-team playoff."
Yeah, you can go fuck yourself. Yeah, you can go fuck yourself. Yeah, you can go fuck yourself.
Thank you, Ray, for the super chat, sir. What's up? You're on with Pete and Tiger Baskins.
Pete, sir, how are you?
Slim Shady Canes, what's up, buddy?
Well, first question before we get started: what are the rules on menage a trois here?
I didn't realize that there was rules, but maybe you can enlighten me. I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm trying to find
Where
is that your Father's Day gift? I mean, what are we getting at here?
No. Actually, I hate to bust Tiger Baskin's bubble here, but Florida State's going to be absolute garbage this year. You can give that notion up.
Oh yeah.
Hey, no, definitely. I'm not saying I disagree, but who else is in the ACC? You literally have Clemson, and then the other teams are like JV high school teams. You have Georgia Tech, who is 3-4 years out of running the option, and it's like trash. Like, I can't think of any other team in the ACC except Pittsburgh, but they just lost their best talent to the draft. So it's like I don't know who else to pick.
I guess you forgot Miami's in the ACC.
Uh-oh.
I'll say that, but Miami last year was supposed to be good, and they busted the hell out this season. So until they prove it,
they lost
the guy
2
coming
games, and one of them was to Clemson. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
They play in the SEC, sir. The teams they beat were not that great as well. So I get what you're saying. They'll be the 2nd or 3rd best team, but at the end of the day, Clemson's gonna whoop that ass. I'm not.
I think.
Wait a minute. What does the SEC have to do with it? I mean, 3/4 of the SEC.
I didn't say the SEC. No, I said ACC.
Well, you said SEC, but you meant ACC. I heard that. But anyway,
Gotcha.
I think.
No, I agree. I think Miami will be good.
I think people can say what they want to about the ACC. It's not been good the past couple of years. Everybody knows that. Compared to most other conferences, other than the Pac-12, they might have been worse. But anyway, that's not my point. My point is, if you're a true college football fan and you like parity, I think one of the most interesting divisions in all of college football this year is going to be the ACC Coastal. You've got North Carolina, who everybody is hyping up. I mean, they've got a lot to live up to here. I'm still on the North Carolina train. I still think they're better than Miami, but you got them, you got Miami. Who else you got that can make some noise in that division? Virginia.
What is your reason What is your reason for thinking North Carolina is better than Miami?
The only reason I'll say is because of the quarterback play.
Well, come on.
The only thing I'll say is quarterback. I think Miami has
I think their defense is going to be at least as good as Miami's. Their quarterback play is, I mean, Sam Howell's going to be one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the country. I mean, he's probably a first round quarterback. But hold on. Hold on. You asked me a question. You asked me a question, sir. You asked me a question. Let me finish answering it. The number one reason I think that North Carolina is better than Miami is because of the coaching staff and the head coach. I trust Mac Brown way more than I trust Manny Diaz at this point.
Oh, okay, but somehow North Carolina is going to magically come up with a top 10 defense. That's what Miami's doing.
No, I agree. I get where you're coming from. I get where he's coming from. Like, I'm not biased or unbiased on this. I know you're a Miami fan, so I give you credit because y'all do have a talented roster out the yin-yang. But Oregon has a talented roster, and they've had a talented roster for 2 or 3 years. They just can't do anything with it. So I know Miami has Derek King, and they have it, but I really think it's one of those things where not just to me, but to like college football, Miami's going to have to come in this year and prove it. But if they bust this year, it's going to be so hard to try to give them credit in the future. It's not your fault.
I don't disagree. I say the same thing about Miami every year. But I'm talking to Pete's point about, he said North Carolina has just as good of a defense. Their defense has been nowhere near Miami's. And every one of Derek King's numbers on his stat line makes Sam Howell look like a scrub.
Slim, what was the score of the North Carolina and Miami game last year?
Well, that's like saying, what was the score of the Alabama-Clemson game in 2018?
Yeah.
Everybody gets blown out.
But what you're telling me is that they don't have a defense near as good as Miami's, and they shut Miami down last year, and they got almost all those guys back. So
now, granted, he may be right. The defense for North Carolina may be trash, but the coaching staff put together a better plan.
As a matter of fact, to the exact point you made about Kentucky, they lost everything to their offense, which was the run game.
Yeah.
They lost a couple of good running backs. I'll give you that.
That was their offense last year.
Yeah, I mean, look again. Like I said, I'm on the North Carolina hype train. I'm not sitting here saying I'm betting my life that they're going to win the Coastal. That was my whole point about when I started talking about this, is that I believe that the Coastal Division is extremely interesting, mainly because of Miami and North Carolina, because there's nobody else in the Atlantic Division that's going to win that division other than Clemson, right? I mean, so that's just a foregone conclusion. Yeah. But I think that there's at least 3 teams, and then you never know. You might have another team come out of the Coastal, because there's always one every year that comes out of the Coastal Division and plays way above their normal standard and gives somebody a run for their money. That's the reason there's been 8 different division champions in the past 9 years or whatever it is. So...
or if you don't have that, you have a team like Pitt that likes to come in and play spoiler.
Pitt is another one. Pitt, Virginia. Those are 2 dark horse teams that can, ruin somebody's season. And then of course you got North Carolina and Miami. That's 4 teams. That's more than half of the division, right there with just those 4 teams alone.
Well, I've got a feeling Miami's going to put this baby to bed week 1.
I'll be honest with you, Slim.
The Flipper kids.
I want that to happen. I really want that to happen because Florida and Florida State are crapping the bed in the state of Florida, and it's up for grabs. And y'all already know whoever takes that role of the best team in Florida wins the recruits. Whoever wins the recruits, you're competing for a national championship.
Hey,
Florida is one of the top 5 states in the nation.
Hey, Slim said.
So.
Rest in peace, Alabama. Miami's going to curb stomp you week 1, and I'm going to laugh for 18 hours straight on YouTube, and it's going to be a good time.
Yeah, I keep hearing from these gumps how we're just going to get stomped, but every year, I mean, they act like Alabama's unbeatable, and almost every year they lose to somebody. You're like, how did they lose that game?
Yeah.
I mean, we were talking about that earlier.
Well, I might bet on Miami against the spread if it's stays where it is around 18.5. But other than that, I mean, I think Alabama's going to win a game. But that's just me.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not betting the mortgage on it, but I can at least come up with a logical argument as to why Miami can win that game.
Well, logical, subjective, sir. Slim Shady, I got to go, brother. Thank you for the call. Save the Flipper kids, right?
See them.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Save them.
Yes, save. All right. Traveling Fool says, didn't FSU go back to being a women's college last year? No. Please don't do it. What's up? You're on with Peete and Tiger Baskins.
What up, girl? Hey, how's it going?
Hello?
Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, what's up, man? How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. This is Gator Tooth.
Gator Tooth.
I'm trying to set the record straight right now.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
There's been a lot of shit talking on all these channels. I did email Uncle Lou, and we have been speaking, and we actually put a bet, or I put $100 on the line. I'm waiting on him to Gmail me back on where to put that money.
So
the bet has been made.
Can you actually articulate what the bet is to me so I can know?
Oh, to him it was Georgia, Florida. But
Georgia,
I was talking to you, I think, about Clemson and Georgia.
Yeah, so what?
You're giving me a hard time.
Well, no. Listen, sir. You called me and said you called me and said you were disappointed in me because you called out Uncle Lou on a bet that I don't know anything about. So I don't know why you would be disappointed in me.
You wrote it down on a live call.
Well, I can write it down 100 times.
You were like, I'm writing this down and I'm going to tell him.
Oh, yeah. Well, I write a lot of things down. You must. How long have you been watching the show, Gator Tooth? My show.
Your show?
Yeah.
Not that long. I actually got turned on to your show from him. So
okay.
I've been watching him for probably 3 years.
Oh, okay. So you got turned on. So you haven't been watching me for that long. That might explain why. Listen, here's the inside joke. I'll go ahead and spill the beans and show everybody behind the curtain. Anytime that I say I'm writing something down, I'm lying.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that, bro.
Yes. If the code word for me saying I'm writing something down, it means I don't give a shit about what you're talking about. That's what it means.
I got you.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Right. Well, I'm glad we got this all cleared up
he contacted me back, man. He was like,
okay.
How much do you want to bet? This and that. And he hadn't said anything back yet, but I mean, I'm a person of my word. Like, I don't want people to think like, they're like, oh, they'll never see that money. No, he'll see it.
I believe you.
Like, I'm not a shit talker.
Yeah.
Well, good deal. Well, hey, let's hear your opinion on the Georgia-Florida game. I want to know what you think.
Florida's going to win. That's what I think.
How will they win, sir?
Hey, hold on. I'm writing this. Hold on, I'm writing this down right now. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. Let me get my pen. I'm writing this down right now. Go ahead. I got it.
See, now you're being a dick, man. Hey, my dad's actually a Georgia fan, man. I actually bought him a replica Georgia Shut helmet for Father's Day. He has no idea about, and I'm staring at it right now.
Well, what I mean is, like, I like to hear people. I won't even call it an argument because I don't even argue. I try to, like, I know a lot of college football, so I'm saying, what do you think y'all's strengths are going to be? What are our weaknesses, and how,
Oh, so you're a Georgia fan?
Yes, sir.
Okay, my apologies. You haven't seen a natty, I guess. I've seen 2, and I'm only 28.
Oh, I didn't know that we counted. I'm
messing with you, man. What I'm saying is Georgia's got all the talent in the world, and they've got a coach that's apparently a dumbass and doesn't know what to do with it when they're on the field or who to put out there.
Hey, Gator Tooth,
he's got a bunch of 3 stars.
Gator Tooth.
5 years has done better than any coach in their first 5 years is a dumbass.
I'm just saying, and Dan Mullen can take a bunch of 3-stars and apparently beat the shit out of y'all like last year. It could have been like 70-21, I feel like. But he called the dogs off.
a legal midget that was 5'7", and you're bragging.
But you're saying that you're defending, but you're defending your coach that put that dude on the field, right? He's the smart guy that was like, "Oh, I don't have another." He said, "I don't have another competent quarterback that can go out there and do better than Stetson Bennett." That's his fucking fault, bro.
Now, trust me, I agree with that. I agree. But you're telling me that Florida, you're telling me Dan Mullen not recruiting isn't his fault? Who the fuck's fault is it? Megan Mullins because she don't suck dick good enough? Like I mean, you sound mad. I'm sorry that y'all got
No. Please don't do it.
You can't do nothing with
Kirby. You beat Kirby, and you're that happy about it. You didn't get anywhere with it, but you're happy about it. So it sounds to me like you put that as a milestone. Us beating Florida?
I did. I'm just a Florida fan, man. I mean, yeah, I'm happy if they beat Georgia.
No, hell,
I'm a Florida fan. Yeah, I'm happy about it.
Florida is a very low-level team. If we're supposed to beat them.
Florida's a low-level team, but yet they've won 3 national championships since Georgia's won 1. Okay, they're low level though.
Won a national championship since Kirby's been a coach, or are we going back to the past? Because I can go back to like
93, 06, 08. What's up? Like y'all won one. My grandma doesn't even remember. It's been so long.
Is that a good thing? Because you're living off the past.
Not for you.
I mean, are you living off
no, not for you.
As well? What spelling bee trophies do you have? Do you hold those up in the front living room? Like I don't understand.
Yeah, I came in 5th place in the spelling bee, sir. Show some respect.
So bad that you can't win anything. You got the most talent in the world. What's up? And you can't do shit with it.
We haven't won anything, but we
top 3 recruiting class
championships
for 7 years in a row, and you can't win a goddamn national championship. But we can do it with a top 10 recruiting class.
Only been there for 5 years. You're telling me Mark Richt had 2 number 1 finishes?
I'm just saying, Mark Richt did the same thing, man. He's a 2.0.
Dude, now you're ignorant.
I mean, we can argue till you blue in the face, man. I mean, the truth's the truth.
Like, put up or shut up. Win a championship or don't. Never win a national championship at Florida, just like he never won one at Mississippi State. You have false hope, and that's what you call a fanatic. So I understand, but it's like I'm trying to help you.
You're the one that's got false hope, bro. You haven't won a natty and win.
National championship. You win if you guys made it to one. Well, we made it back in 2013 when I was 14 winning spelling bees.
Oh, you made it, and you look stupid because Kirby made a fucking dumbass decision
in football history by 1 play. How have you guys ever? When have y'all beaten Bama? Let me guess. Back in 2013, huh?
Well, I'm telling you, Florida gave them a better game than Georgia ever did because Georgia fucking blows the lead every time they play Alabama because they don't know how to keep their foot on the gas pedal.
Oh, okay. So y'all
go up by 20 and then lose 3 times in a row. Are you kidding me?
With below average quarterback? You guys had above average quarterback
every time, bro. Jake Fromm, everybody. Y'all go up by 20 and then blow it every time.
Oh, okay, so tell me what Dan Mullen hasn't blown. Tell me what Megan Mullen hasn't blown.
I mean, that's her business.
Literally.
I don't really care. We're winning games as long as we beat Georgia.
He gives 3
Hey, put up or shut up, nigga. Put up or shut up.
Uh-oh. Oh my God. See, this is why Pigskin Pete. This is why Pigskin Pete cannot have nice things.
This man right
This
here.
is why.
Is that what you guys resort to when you get that?
I was enjoying the conversation until I heard what I just heard. And believe me, I don't care. I really don't care. But you got to know better than to do that, sir. You know what I mean?
And we're talking about the same guy that makes 70 bets a week but doesn't know what he's betting on.
I was enjoying the conversation. But there are, believe it or not, there are rules around here. And white guys using the N-word is not one of the rules that I'm willing to let slide. I mean, what's this guy thinking?
Anybody using the N-word, I'll still whoop their ass. Anyway, we'll move on, sir. Go on to the next call. That was fun. That was actually really fun.
Oh, what's up? You're on with Pete and Tiger Baskins.
Hey, Pete, it's Nate the Great and Tiger Baskins.
Yes.
Nate the Great.
Yes.
What's up, buddy?
Not much. Just listen to some two older men trash talking.
Hold on now.
But,
older men.
Okay. I mean, I'm 27, Nate. Come on now. I know you're 6'5", bro, but like.
I'm offended now. Now you and Mike Vick, I'm offended by both of you. I don't get invited to parties, and then Nate's over here calling me an old man.
No, not you. I mean, like the Tiger Baskins. I thought he was like a 45.
Listen, well, Gator Tooth, you heard. I mean, not Gator, I'm sorry. You heard Gator Tooth. He lives in the past, and usually things that do that, you must look forward to. So, you know, is there anything that you would like to argue with me about, Nate?
No, I just thought you were like older. That's all. I was being thought.
Nate, you're probably one of my favorite callers. I'm asking if you would like to. I'm already hyped up on Mountain Dew, so.
No, I don't. Anyways, I'm really bad at trash talking though. But anyways, what I was gonna talk about, like pizza sounds like a relaxed channel. Well, with college football too, because he was awesome and Uncle Lou was awesome and whatever. And guess what? I'm going to Florida tomorrow.
You're going to Florida tomorrow?
Yeah.
Like, why don't you call Gator Tooth and bet him? He'll bet you that you're not going to Florida. And so that'd be another bet.
No, not the university. Hell no.
Yeah,
I'm not
hey,
picking on you, Nate.
I'm putting my money on Nate.
You're
I'm putting my money on Nate. I'll bet that Nate does go to Florida.
Yep, and plus I'll go to campus and poop on the gator.
Do you want me to give you Dan Mullen's address so you can stop by and visit Miss Mullen?
Wrong.
Nate said he eats the Peete, so I'm just trying to help him out.
Wrong. All right, Nate. Hey, Nate. Nate, I love you, brother. Thank you for calling in. Man, I can't believe it's already 11:15. So, listen, there's 2 calls left on the show, so nobody else bother calling in. I'm going to take these 2 calls, and I'm going to save the best for last. George, of course, you know who it is. You're last. So we will close out with George. George, don't hang up. But I want to get to somebody else first. What's up? You're on with Pete and Tiger Baskins.
Pete, Dan Mullen's wife was just at Goose Creek at the Hell's Angels bar getting her tramp stamp on the back of her bucket.
Somehow that's actually pretty believable.
And she's got her nipples pierced for the 2021 season. So, Gator Tooth might have something going on there. And he's got the perfect name, Gator Tooth, because I bet there's one damn tooth in the head of that individual. Yeah. I mean, my God. I mean, this is a guy that you ever seen the movie American Gangster?
Yes.
There's a line where Denzel Washington says, the loudest guy in the room is the weakest guy in the room. And that's what Gator Tooth reminded me of. Just bragatory asshole, who has nothing to brag about because Florida ain't going to be worth squat this year.
Gator Tooth
ain't going to be worth shite.
They were, back in 2008 and 1957, they used to be good. So
Gator Tooth
Spurrier was coaching them, and maybe Urban Meyer and Tim Tebow and and Aaron Hernandez. Yeah, Aaron Hernandez, the killer. Boy, there's a great reputation and career to think about. Yeah, absolutely. That Florida Gator, Aaron Hernandez. I bet you there's a road down somewhere in Gainesville named Aaron Hernandez Highway because there's that much of a bunch of damn hillbillies down there that lived in Gainesville. So, anyway.
Do you know that Gator Tooth is from the state of Georgia, but he's a Florida fan?
Oh, where?
I don't know. He said he's
from the state of Georgia.
He said
well,
he's
he
from
needs to be thrown out of Georgia.
He said he's from Georgia, but he hates the Georgia Bulldogs. He's a self-hating Georgian. That's what he is.
Good Lord, this guy needs to literally be thrown out of the state of Georgia and banned from everyone stepping into the state. Listen, again, Pete, enjoyed having a beer with you.
Yes, sir.
Last Friday. We shall do it again. I was listening to the show. I was listening to the show because Raj is the greatest cusser on YouTube.
Raj is an unbelievable.
He always comes up with new cuss words. And now I'm going to have to use Pound Town all weekend. So
yes.
Y'all have a great Father's Day weekend, and Pete, we'll see you soon.
All right, Scott.
Take care.
Yeah, thank you, buddy.
Happy Father's Day, buddy.
Scott Kerr, everybody calling to check in. Does he have the greatest voice on YouTube? I think he does.
He does. He's got like a real radio show voice.
Yeah.
Like for real.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with him. I guess it was last week.
Tell us how that went before you pulled George on. Tell us how that went.
Oh, it went great. We went and met at one of the local famous bars. You know, one of the local popular bars around here where he goes a lot. And we sat there for about 3 hours and just shot the shit. He's my kind of people.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, good.
All right, so we're gonna bring on George here. Hold on to your hats. What's up, George?
Hey, what kind of shit show am I listening to, man? I had to run from the kitchen and turn my goddamn stereo down so my neighbors outside didn't hear. What was going on earlier?
What do you mean? What was going on earlier? I'm doing a call-in show, George.
Something about.
All right. Are we doing that live stream thing tomorrow?
That live stream thing? What are you talking about?
That thing I had to download for my phone that took over my phone, StreamYard or something.
What about it?
Or do you do that on Saturdays, or is that just once in a while? Or?
Yeah, no. I mean, if I'm ever pulling up a StreamYard hangout, that's just because I have free time. No, we're not doing it tomorrow. I got plans tomorrow, and of course Sunday is Father's Day, so I will not be doing any hangout streams this weekend, if that's what you're asking.
That's what I was asking, if you were doing like a special tribute to all the dads out there.
No.
Like, hell no, I'm a dad. I'm taking a day.
Yeah, happy Father's Day, George.
Who's the kid? You too, man. I had 4 boys in a row. I win.
Okay.
And they're all good kids. Can you believe that?
Can I just say something real quick? Another $100 donation came in.
Oh my God, that's what I owe you.
From Rhino 26. And he says Nate is so much better conversationalist than Gator Proof.
That is a good donation.
Man, thank you so much, Rhino. I appreciate it.
Hey, tell Jeff Webster to go fuck himself.
Well, you can. I don't have to tell him because I think that you just did.
Yeah, I think you just said that, George.
He said eject the caller immediately. I'm like, shut up, Jeff.
Okay. Well, George, I do want to thank you, though, because even though me and you get on each other sometimes through trash talk, at least you've never been as ignorant and as shitty of a person as Gator Tooth and his one tooth are.
Look, I'm not defending Gator Tooth, but I want to say something. I've been talking to Dan Mullen on Twitter ever since he got to Florida, right?
You've been wait. You've been talking to Dan Mullen on Twitter. Or you mean you've been tweeting at Dan Mullen?
I only do it a couple of times a year, but he'll comment on my comment. Like, maybe it's his assistant doing it. I don't know. But I talk to him once or twice a year. And you know what I do every year? I sent him a screenshot of somebody talking shit about his wife.
Oh,
I love it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Keep it coming.
I'm sure he's never
It's
seen that
working.
before on Twitter. I'm sure nobody's ever seen anything about Megan Mullen on Twitter before.
Listen to me. This is free money I'm offering you. Bet on Florida to beat Georgia. It's 100% for sure Florida will beat Georgia. You don't talk like that about my coach's wife. My coach is an insane mad scientist. He's going to destroy
Well, here's what I'll tell you to do. George, here's what I'll tell you to do. Since you want to bet on Florida to beat Georgia, you can contact your boy Gator Tooth, and y'all can make a bet. All right, thank you for the call. I appreciate it.
I'll say this about him saying that he's a mad.
Oh shit! I just did it again. Oh my god! I did the same. I think I did the same exact thing last week. Tiger Baskins, I did not mean to hang up on you. I shut the call-in thing down. I keep forgetting that you're calling in through the call-in thing and not through my phone. So I was thinking I was shutting the call-in thing down, but you're on the call-in thing. This is exactly why I'm considered to be the top professional on all of YouTube. This is also why I have the most underrated college football call-in show on all of YouTube. This is why. Because every week I have somebody co-host a show, and I hang up on them and end the show. Anyway, sorry, Tiger Baskins. My fault, brother. One of these days I'll learn. Well, actually, I probably won't. But anyway. I want to give a special shout out to, again, BVD for the amazing and fantastic painting. To all the fathers out there for Father's Day. Salute to all of you. To all the people in the chat. The chat is one of the main reasons I look forward to doing these shows every week. Is because the chat is way more entertaining than anything that I can do or say. Shout out to Tiger Baskins for coming through at the last minute to co-host a show with me tonight. And I got a couple of special co-hosts lined up for you next week on Wednesday and Friday. Shout out to all the people that sent super chats. Man, Rhino26 coming through big time tonight, supporting the community. I see him all over. This guy's a big time supporter of the community, and we wouldn't be able to do what we do without people like him. Ray Finkel's house. I can't even remember all the people. But shout out to all of you. Shout out to all of you. I guess that's it. Oh, all the callers, even George. Yes, without the callers, there would be no call-in show. That's for sure. Yeah. So, look, I won't see you again this weekend, most likely. Got a big weekend planned, obviously. And then, but next week, I'll see you on Monday night at 10 p.m. for the best and only show about nothing on all of the internet, The Lunch Money Show. Welcome to the best show about nothing on all of YouTube. Every Monday night at 10 p.m. The Lunch Money Show. Yes, the Lunch Money Show. And we have a banger for you this week. I think we have a couple of guests, 2 or 3 of them, including Tiger Cat. Yes. So make sure you guys tune in and support that with me and your boy, Uncle Lou. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Have a great weekend. I'll see you guys on Monday. Happy Father's Day. Your boy, Pigskin Pete, is checking out.